Welcome, all sports fans. I'm Dolph Jackson, one of the hosts of the Come On In Sports Network, a brand new sports network catered to sports heads like yourselves. Here on the Come On In Sports Network, we'll be covering the latest topics and current sporting news from around the world, such as baseball, football, basketball, and more. So sit back, relax, put your feet up, and come on in.
The Comma in Sports Network.
Who that nation? How you doing? Come on in. Take a seat. Sit back. Relax. Put your feet up. Grab a drink and let's talk. Saint football. Y'all know what time it is. Time to keep it real. Let's go. Family, family, family. How you doing? You already know the doors are now open. So come on in. All right, family. It's a special night tonight. Got a special guest host. He's family, my little bro. He's coming on right now, ladies and gentlemen. Please help me welcome to the show your host of No Cap, No Filter Saints, the one and only Mr. Marley G. There you go. What's up, Cap? What's going on, baby? Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How to Keeping It Real Saints podcast, man.
Man, listen, it's an honor to have you here, man. Love the work you're doing on your channel, man. Listen, in the description of this show is the link to go to Marley G's channel, No Cap, No Filter Saint. I need everybody to click on that and go subscribe to this brother's channel. He keeps it real all the time. You might not like what he says all the time. We gonna disagree, but that's why we family. You know what I'm saying? But listen. Gee, we got family coming in the building right now. You know what we're saying? Dana, how you doing? Come on in. We got the recently just turned 15-year-old. That hurricane is in the house. Hurricane Mike, how you doing? Come on in. And this man here needs no introduction. Everybody knows where he at. No matter what podcast you go to, Saints podcast you go to, he is representing. A lot of people call him the OG, but here he's known as Uncle Jerry. Uncle Jerry, how you doing? Come on in. Thank you for being here. And my brother, he was first in here. He always starting trouble. Always starting trouble. Hey, I'm talking about my brother Jay Live. Live, how you doing? Come on in. Live. I don't know about that Hannah situation right now. How you feeling? How you feeling now? I need you to come in here. I told you they ain't really sold on your boy, but you know we gonna talk about all that. I'm gonna get Marley G's thoughts on the draft and everything. And the first thing we gonna do, man, listen, we about to get to the most important thing in my personal belief is the Saints offensive line. Nothing this year is going to be successful for this team offensively if this offensive line does not play better than it did last year. It's been a minute. He's in the house. He's the master. He's the designer of the Keeping It Real Who That Sports logo. My brother, beep, beep, back in that fog, little fog. How you doing? Come on in, my boy. Thank you for being here, fam. But again, So let's get down to it. So G, let me ask you this: with the offensive line, what's the biggest need for the Saints on the offensive line?
I think you gotta have to say left tackle. Me personally, it's the whole left side. We don't know what we're gonna do at guard. You know, we got James Hurst. He retired. He was the plug and play guy if anybody went down, but he was in no for sure penciled in starter. He was just a guy that could fill in. And over the last few years, we needed him to fill in when anybody went down. Penning, I don't know what they're gonna do with him exactly. I don't know if they're gonna kick him into the guard and try to go hit up Andrew's Pete phone and text him with their hey big head. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I seen them sign some offensive linemen, so we got a lot of bodies to compete in camp. But to me, the most important position on the offensive line is the left tackle position. Maybe they might play Fuaga right there at the left side, and maybe Ryan Ramczyk, he gets through this next season. I've been heard people say he's trying to get through and maybe get that pension. I think you got to play at least 10 years to get the pension as a NFL veteran. So maybe he's just trying to thug it out. Who knows? But I know one thing: Ryan Ramczyk is tough as nails, and as bad as he's been playing compared to his standard level of play. That man has been out there playing tough as nails, trying to be out there for his team and off the field for his family.
Right. Most definitely. Number man respect for Ryan Ramczyk. It definitely injuries have slowed them down. And shout out to Big Q, man. Like Q said, that may be one of the reasons that because of his knee condition that they did not move him to left tackle. But as far as TALIESEFUAGA, I love this kid in the whole. And ever since I saw this kid live in person in Mobile, Marley, bro, I had a draft day crush, bro. The kid feet, his feet, bro. Unlike Penning, he's ready for pass protection. Listen, he went one-on-one with Latu. A lot of y'all have seen that video. They went one-on-one a couple of times. Latu had his moments, but for the most part, you can count on your hands the number of reps that kid lost out there in Mobile. And he just totally blew away the entire draft process. And you turn on the tape, we're gonna take a look at some film work, some film of him also. And but first, man, we got to start at home for the Saints to be successful. They need this young man. I think the young man's confidence got crushed last year. The Saints did not help him. They start putting guys off the street. Even in the jumbo package, he was healthy, but he wasn't in the game. And to me, that plays with that kid's psyche. Is he athletic? Yes, we know he's athletic enough, but there were parts of his game that needed to grow. Coming from the division he came from, he dominated. Coming up to the NFL, it's not like that. So he has to work on his technique. And so with me and Marley G, we're talking about TREVORPENNING, family. So I got a couple still shots here of TREVORPENNING. This is the worst game, of course. This is the first game of the season. The worst game he had all season is right here. As you can see, right here, he's beat right there. He's given up. He gave up the inside shoulder. You can see his hand placement. He's got bad positioning. His body is actually over his knees. So look, he lost that rep. He's already lost that rep right there.
Mama, yeah, man. Arden Key gave him that work, but to me, that was like basically his rookie game. Like, I'm not as down on TREVORPENNING as a lot of other people. Like, I felt like we needed a nasty dude along the offensive line. He kind of reminded me of a Kyle Turley. When I think of offensive line, I want my guys mean and nasty. I don't want no good boys. I don't want no quiet boys. I feel like we had enough of that over the years. I want some big nasty dudes that's gonna get in your face. Yeah, where he'll get a penalty. Yeah, yes, he do. Does he got to work on abilities? But only way that's gonna happen is if he get reps, and him not to be jumbo packages. I really felt ridiculous. I don't think it was a skills thing. I think he was at riff with the coaches. Right. A lot of guys be at riff with the coaches under this staff, especially the younger guys, and they'll just try to kick him to the curb as quick as possible. I've even heard news that they're at riffs with Alante Taylor right now. So I don't know, man. I just think he's at risk with the coaching staff. Same with Kendrick Miller. I've heard that he really was ain't as hurt as we think. He was just at odds with the coaching staff. So, I just think he was just in a doghouse, maybe because he has a mean streak. Maybe he has a mouth that he can't control at times when he's talking to these coaches. Maybe he got into it with Doug Marrone or Dennis Allen. That's what I think. Happy birthday, Hurricane Mike, too. Always channel. Happy birthday, Mike.
Yeah, man. So old Mike might have made 15 on us, bro. But yeah, man. I think again, like you said, the reps. He's your first round pick. You drafted him to be the heir apparent. I'd say leave the kid out there, let the kid grow. Like you said, the only way he's going to get better is through playing. He has to go through those growing pains. But to me, I think because of the way the entire offensive line was playing, that's why I didn't agree with just benching him. I think the entire line didn't play well last year. And that goes for McCoy too. I think he'll even tell you last year was not one of his better years. That entire line digressed last year. Cesar Ruiz went back to being inconsistent after having the breakout year the year before. Of course, like you said earlier, Ron Ramczyk, veterans rest all week because of that knee, but out there every week gutting it out, trying to go, man. But again, on the heavy packages, why wasn't this kid out there in the game? Again, first round pick, you gave up draft capital to go up and get this kid. And I remember Mickey Loomis say he didn't think they did him any justice by starting him. Man, you had all off season, you had training camp, everything to see this kid, man. If y'all knew the kid wasn't ready, why put him out there? And then when he has a rough patch starting, says, "Hey, look, we're gonna take you out," and they just set him down. It's almost like they redshirted him, bro. It's almost like they redshirted the kid.
I also think a monkey wrench was restoring their plans too when I believe his name was Trey Turner went down in the offseason.
Yes.
I think a monkey wrench was thrown in a lot of plans when that happened too as well. So, it's just our luck when catching that injury bug, bro. It's just our luck, period, when it comes to New Orleans sports, period. Even the Pelicans are catching it.
Right. Darius said, glad Doug Marrone is gone. Who else is in here?
Yeah, he's a big culprit.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Doug Marrone to me underachieved. I mean, we knew, listen, he's been a great coach, O-line coach in the National Football League. He was good his first tenure with the Saints. He failed this time. It's simple as that. He failed this time. And that line got much worse under him. It didn't get better. They digressed under him. So it was time. And I'm actually glad that we are finally, completely out of the Sean Payton system. The Sean Payton offense is gone. It is a new era. It is a new time. Hopefully, Clint Kubiak can come in. And right now, people have barely seen the man. This man, you just saw him for the draft. The man's been breaking down tape in the office, him and the staff, man. And right now, that man, he's got tunnel vision. He's trying to get this thing together. We know violent OTAs have started, the volunteer report. I think the rookies come in next week for the rookie mini camp, which I'm looking forward to. And before we go on a little further with Penny, let me ask you, Marty, man, what was your thought on the Saints snatching Spencer Rattler in the 5th round?
Man, bro, I'm excited, bro. I'm hoping that could be our Russell Wilson of this draft, and he could just be our savior. I don't want to put too much expectations on him, but at the same time, we never had a quarterback of his caliber and of his skill set since Drew Brees. So it's like, right. If we can get him to come on in after Carr is up, and hopefully, in my opinion, after the whole Dennis Allen and Carr regime is up, and maybe that next head coach will come in after 2 years, man, I'm looking for a whole new era. Penny,
there you go.
Bryce Young, Baker Mayfield, and Spencer Rattler in the division. I'm looking forward to that. That's exciting to me. Like, I haven't had any excitement for the Saints as a whole, except having Clint Kubiak as the new offensive coordinator. Because, like you said, 18, maybe 19 years of the Sean Payton offense, it was time for a new change. And Clint Kubiak was the only thing that excited me coming into this offseason. But now that we got Spencer Rattler, I feel like maybe we can have that at least faith of a quarterback to be our franchise savior. I feel like as a fan, the main thing you need is faith and hope. That's what he represents.
And that goes live defending his boy. You should be excited for Jake Hayner. Ain't us. Those people on airline should be excited for Jake Hayner, but evidently they're not. They're not only Rattler. Remember, they got Kellen Mond too, former third-round pick from Texas A&M. They brought him in too. But my thing is this. I love that the Saints are swinging every year now at a quarterback. That's what I love. I don't care if it's Hayner. I don't care if it's Rattler. I don't care if it's mine. I know it ain't gonna be Nathan Peterman. That I know for sure. That I can guarantee you it ain't gonna be. So my thing is this, man. I just hope that this new regime, this new offensive staff is able to develop one of these kids. But if you look at Jake Hayner, his skill set fits what Kubiak is doing. And I think Rattler's skill set fits the offense that Kubiak wants to run. So I think definitely it's been mentioned that Rattler was a Kubiak pick. And listen, he's got total control of the offense, man. Total control of the offense. But again, talking about the predecessors on how they failed Trevor Penning. Now, some stuff has to go on Trevor Penning too. Some stuff has to go on Trevor Penning too. You got to get better, son. You got to get better with your technique. You got to get better with your hand placement. You just have to. You know, and listen, we all human. Okay, your feelings got hurt. Okay, and, you know, go your ass out there, bust your ass, honing your craft, make them have to play you. Make them have to play you. You know what I'm saying? Force them to have to play you. And really, they don't want Trevor Penning to fail. Despite, I don't care if the guy disagree with him or not, they don't want him to fail because that would mean that they made another bad choice in the first round. I'm talking about Davenport, I'm talking about Penning, and shit, God got Peyton Turner. Even though when he do play, which you can count on your hand, he make impact plays, he makes plays, but can't get on the field, can't stay healthy. So, you know, we'll see about that. T Dirty says, I'm glad we swinging that QB too, dog, because with Sean Payton, we were sitting there just getting slapped. To me, they should have, in the twilight years of Drew Brees, when they realized Drew's own was not the same, when they had to change the offense because he lost velocity in his throwing arm, I think that's when they should have started year after year bringing in a quarterback. What they did was, because they were in this win now mode, they went out and they got proven veterans like Teddy Bridgewater. Who else we brought in? Bridgewater, the red BB gun. You know, people like that, you know. But Trevor Penning to me was let down by Doug Marrone and that staff, that former staff. Now, Jory Evans was part of that staff, but hey, Jory Evans is still here, and evidently they like the job that he's been doing, the future Hall of Famer. J. Lyle says, I'm glad that they got Jake some real competition. Yeah, listen. Spencer Rattler was not supposed to be there at 150 in the fifth round. Now, was he maybe a late second, maybe a third round, let's say a third round pick. At one time, this was the number one quarterback in the entire country coming into college. He didn't have a terrible career at Oklahoma. He had that bad game. Caleb Williams came in. The rest was history, right? It was on the wall. So he goes to South Carolina, to the SEC, then go to, and with all due respect, to the Pac-12, which is crazy. Pac-12 just had its best year as a league in years, and they break up after that. Shit is crazy. But Spencer Rattler is not a normal 5th round pick. The kid has it's a boom or bust thing. The Saints are in the just think about this. If he hits, he's a 5th round pick. He's a 5th round pick.
Great value.
Great value. It's a great value pick sitting there.
Low risk.
Low risk, high reward.
Yeah.
Think about this. When the Cowboys got Dak Prescott, they had Tony Romo. They didn't know Dak Prescott was going to be who he became to be. But it happened. Unfortunately, Romo got hurt in training camp. Dak took over, and the rest is history. Romo now on TV. So that's how things go.
If you hit, it don't matter what happened. It don't matter how it happened, as long as it hit. If it hit, it don't matter. Just like with the Falcons with Penix and Kirk Cousins. Nobody's going to care about what they gave Kirk Cousins if Penix panned out. I'm with you, Duff. I've seen your opinion on that multiple times. I'm with you. It was the right decision. Just like with the 49ers. These dudes gave up multiple first-round picks for Lance, and he got hurt. Brock Purdy hit.
Right.
He hit. So you think they cared about what they gave up for Lance? No, they already got a stacked team. They hit. So if you hit, that's gonna all be that matters. And we got this guy in the 5th round. A lot of reason why he dropped to the 5th round, not only because of the Caleb Williams thing in Oklahoma, but also because they was viewing him as his character, because he was on a reality show coming out, and he was 17 at the time on, a national, reality TV series, and he was saying some things that he probably wish he could take back right now. But he was 17 on his high horse, national gifted athlete. Who wouldn't be saying some things at 17, that you probably wish you could take back in your mid-20s?
And it's crazy. I'm trying to find a video with Ian Rappaport, because we're not just up here talking. This came from one of the most respected reporters of the National Football League, and Ian Rappaport, when he was talking about what he kept hearing about teams just couldn't let go of what this kid did on a reality show when he was 17 years old.
And it's funny because him and a teammate was kind of getting into it, and he was taking he was showcasing poor leadership and, just arrogance. But he was 17 at the time. Derek Carr literally did that last season, and it was showing all over the field, and we all seen it with our own eyes, and he's the veteran. Think about that.
Yeah, man, you're right, man. I'm looking for it right now, family. I'm trying to find it right now about Spencer Rattler.
What I seen in that clip, I also seen a guy that is very highly competitive and very passionate about football. That's what I seen in that clip. Also,
and I saw a guy standing in that damn pocket in the face of pressure and delivering a hell of a pass. I mean, now if you watch the whole game, there were times you was like, what the hell was that? But again, you got to realize the offensive line in front of him was not that good, which should help him coming to the Saints, because their offensive line ain't that good. They ain't playing up to where they were drafted. They ain't playing up to their capabilities. So he might feel right at home behind the Saints line.
Now we got 2 years to build. We got 2 years to build that up.
I hope so. I hope we thought this year, damn it.
We got 2 years to build that up and a running back room, and we need a dog at tight end or wide receiver.
We got 2. I think the run on wide receivers is the reason the Saints didn't get a wide receiver in the 2nd round. I think the Saints, if one of those wide receivers was there in the 2nd round that they had on their board, I think the Saints would have got a wide receiver. But I can't get mad at the Kool-Aid pick. I'm not mad at it because listen, Marshawn got hurt last year. How many did Adebo miss 1 or 2 games? So listen, we need DBs, and everybody losing their mind. Oh, they drafted Kool-Aid, so this means they go get rid of Marshawn. In case they don't get rid of Marshawn, I keep telling y'all, they might get rid of Alontae Taylor. Y'all just don't want Alontae. When the Saints drafted Alontae Taylor, they had the vision of him eventually playing safety. What did Alontae Taylor say? Well, a month or so ago. I'm not playing what?
He told that to me. That was me. He told that to.
Yeah, he told it. I'm not playing safety. That's what he said. He's not playing safety. Yeah. Okay.
But I actually heard that we had Bowers higher on our board than Fuaga. So had Bowers.
Oh yeah,
we probably got Bowers.
But what they did, they got Bowers, and they whatever top tackle was on the board in the second round, they would go get him. It just and hell, I wouldn't have been mad about that because this draft is so deep. It's so deep in offensive line talent. This was one of the deeper drafts for offensive line talent. If you need an offensive line talent, this was the year to get it. Even in the late rounds, 7th round, undrafted free agents, man. I mean, there's a lot of kids that got drafted or have signed as UDFAs that have a lot of upside and a chance to be developed, and that's what you want when those later rounds. I mean, you go 5, 6, 7, you want somebody special teams. And speaking of later rounds, I love the Jalen Ford pick from linebacker from Texas. I love that. I love that pick. I could see him coming right in on special teams. At Texas, he was the Mike linebacker. He had the green dot on his helmet. He lined everybody up. He changed coverages. So we know one thing: you don't get the green dot if you're not smart. If you don't have a football IQ, his thing is sometimes missing tackles. He has to become more consistent. But I think I look at him as a version of Willie Gay. Yeah. And we need linebackers because basically everybody's on a 1-year contract. This is Pete Werner's contract year. Willie Gay, 1 year. Demario Davis just keeps pushing back the hands of time, but for how long? Will this be the year he says after this year where he say that's it? Then what you got? We got that linebacker room needs to be addressed, and I think it's a little more serious than we're letting on. But we're gonna look at this right quick, then we're gonna get back to talking about TREVORPENNING and TALIESEFUAGA. Let me share this with y'all and get this up there.
Peterman, Mon, I'd say more guys who are fighting for the roster. This is really about
y'all hear that?
Jake Haener and fighting for the backup job. Haener, remember, was suspended at the start of last year. Certainly an opportunity for Spencer Rattler to come in, make a good impression, and end up being the backup by the time training camp ends next year. There is some institutional Saints knowledge here. Spencer Rattler pretty close with Archie Manning. The two still stay in touch, so maybe they kind of turn to one of the greats of the organization to get a little bit of scouting report here. But this actually is a really good spot for Spencer Rattler. Some of the other quarterbacks on the roster.
Y'all know what he said. Y'all done saw the damn video 1,000 times. It's not acting raw. I apologize for that, fam. But listen, let's get back to talking about our guy here. Because the Saints need TREVORPENNING to succeed. This is a must for TREVORPENNING, and here on this play right here. Now listen, he starts out good. If you look at it. Now, if you look at his outside hand right there, now that outside hand, he's whooped right now. That outside hand, the defenders got it, and he's about to. That's Arden Key, matter of fact, that's Arden Key from LSU. Arden Key didn't have another game like that the rest of the year. That was the best game of his career, and he went down here ever since.
But, I know he thought he was gonna get 12 sacks this year.
Yeah, he probably thought he get shit. I'm about to get done about 15 sacks this year. I'm about to get paid. No, sir, not so fast. Now on this one here, this is actually the same play, but this is before they engage. Look at his phone. Look where his hands are. I think his hands could be a little higher. I don't like his position right. He's almost too straight right there. Now on this one here, look. Key got him here. He's all balanced. Got him with one hand, shoving him out the way. Just technique. To me, it's a technique thing with Penning. Look at it. It's a technique thing. He has to work on his technique. Look, hand on the back right here. Just bad hand placement. His hands, man. He has bad hand placement. Again, look at this one. Right now, this is a good pocket. This is a good pocket. Quarterback steps up.
A lot of people feel like he has bad feet, you know, and he's not the most athletic. Plus, he's very large, and he dealt with like 2 lower body injuries. Like those lower body injuries being that size, it's not good, especially if you coming out raw. So, like, do you feel like maybe they should try experimenting with him at guard?
No, he'll tackle.
Okay.
It's tackle or bust. It's tackle or bust.
So do you think they should have Nick Saldiveri just get called up and it's time for him to just show improvement?
It's time for him to improve, man. And listen, when the Saints signed Ali, what's Ali last name? From Minnesota, the lineman we got from the Vikings. Ali. Somebody in chat with his type his last name in. I can't remember it offhand. But Udo, when they signed Udo, and I looked at Udo, I was like, they already got Udo. It's Hurst. It's James Hurst. So to me, they signed James Hurst, and lo and behold, they restructured James Hurst's contract, and last week James Hurst retired. So they already knew what was in the works. So you got him as a veteran. You probably can put out there for a couple games, but if you got to count on Udo weekend for the entire season, you're in trouble. He ain't no. I mean, he after 3-4 weeks, man, he getting exposed. TREVORPENNING got to work, man. He's got to work. And think about this: if TREVORPENNING works out, and TALIESEFUAGA works out like everyone is hoping and expecting him to, you're now set with 2 young tackles for the next 2 to 3 years or more. Your edge is set, and then you already re-signed Mr. Inconsistent and Caesar. Now, Nick Saldiveri, what are you going to do? Nick Saldiveri only had about, 4 or 5 snaps last year. Now, remember, he played tackle, too, in college at Old Dominion. So, does he become a swing tackle? And Landon Young, if hopefully Penning works out, I don't want this young man to fail. We need this young man to be successful. But then Landon Young, do you want to see Landon Young at left tackle? I don't. Now at right tackle, he finally played last year. Landon Young finally came into his own, I think, and then he gets hurt. He was playing good, and then he gets hurt. It's almost like, damn. And last year, the Saints offensive line ranked 28 in the league, family, and pass block win rate. I'm going to say that again. The Saints ranked 28 in the league and pass block win rate. 28. It's only 32 teams in the league, and the Saints were at the bottom.
I think that was a lot of stuff. I think that was a mixture of Pete just being horrible, Derek Carr holding on to the ball too long, the few injuries that we had. And, I just think all that played like a little role, and just being like one-dimensional. Teams knew what we were going to do before we even did it. So, like, we was losing half the battle right then and there. So, I really think that played a lot of role into all that. Right. But I can tell you one thing, though.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish your thought.
But I can tell you one thing, though. It was actually brought to my attention that the 49ers, they don't really have a lot of high picks on their offensive line that I found out. It's the scheme. The Texans, I think they wouldn't rank as high as people thought when it came to offensive line. Of course, they had a good quarterback play, but also the scheme. So if Clint Kubiak could come up in here with a mixture of, his daddy offense plus whatever he could get from Shanahan, I think that we're gonna the scheme is gonna help Derek Carr, basically. So it's gonna help the offensive line, and everybody else is gonna benefit. Kendre Miller gonna benefit. Alvin Kamara gonna benefit. Everybody gonna benefit. So I'm expecting off the dump, the offense should be way better than last year.
I'm telling y'all right now, I've said it before the draft process. I'm gonna say it again. When this young man gets inserted to the starting lineup, he's gonna be there for the next 8 to 10 years, born injury. I'm telling you, this young man is going to be a perennial All-Pro. Hell with the Pro Bowl. He's going to be an All-Pro. he's the next guy. I'm telling you, from day one, watch. Just watch. If you don't, go watch his film. Go watch him against Latu. Go watch him against the Ohio States. Go watch him against that top competition. By the way, 300 and something snaps last year. Guess how many sacks he gave up? Not a one. Not a one. That kid is special. They got a hell of a player right there, man. Now, can they coach him up? He already coached up, but can they coach him up even more? Get him ready for this level. We shall see, man. Another thing I like about him, man, again, look, just his band, his feet, bro. His feet. Out there in Mobile, I was just listening to some of the scouts talk and some of the reporters, and everybody was like, man, to be that big, his feet, and when he got his hands on the defender, it was over. Like if he got that, he got inside of him, bro, and it was over, bro. They couldn't do nothing. It was like being like he had vice grips on him. So the Saints did get a special kid in the first round. Again, I like the Kool-Aid pick in the second round. What you think about the Kool-Aid pick? Maybe I asked you earlier, I don't remember. What you thought about the Kool-Aid pick? Are you with it? Did you like it? Or you think they could have went somewhere else?
I think out of all our picks for Fuaga, I think he's gonna be the most pro ready. I think he's gonna be the one who's gonna have the, everything that Fuaga is advertised, he's gonna be. And when we got Kool-Aid, I feel like Kool-Aid, he basically gonna be. He's going to be beneficial in multiple ways. You could play this guy as special teams. A lot of people felt like he was the number one corner in the draft. He had an injury. He had like a Jones injury. He still did his combine through the Jones injury and still ran a high full clocking time.
4.47. I think 4.47 or something.
Yeah, he still ran a high 40. So just imagine what he would have ran without the Jones injury. And on top of that, he brings swag. He brings confidence. Teams barely threw on him. If you go back and look at how during the draft when he got drafted from Alabama, how Nick Saban was talking about him compared to how he was talking about the other pick, it was night and day. He talked about his Kool-Aid way more. So I feel like with him, you could put him in a slot, you could put him on the outside. If Sean or Adebo decides to be departing from the Saints, we'll still have a guy right there. But like I said, when it comes to the secondary, man. I've been hearing from multiple people with their sources that they're not high on Alante Taylor right now. It's kind of like the same thing when it came to the CD Deuce situation. So be
ready.
Taylor.
Yeah, be ready. I'm telling you, all y'all talking that foolishness thinking they go. Why in the hell? Marshawn Lattimore is not even 29 years old, and y'all people talking about the same. That'll be the Listen, whatever they got to do to work it out with them, work it out with them. You don't give away talent like that, man.
We just signed Harris from the Detroit Lions too, by the way, Dolph.
Yeah, I saw that earlier, man. So what's your thoughts about that? Another veteran coming in. So listen, they got to fill out the 90-man roster. We know that. The secondary was the strongest part of this unit last year, and I don't think they finished. Do the Saints make that final splash? That final splash. Do they get Justin Simmons in here? Do they bring Justin Simmons in?
I mean,
the pairing with the Hunter Badger and Howard.
We can do it. I think when it comes to the safety position, I think the Saints are going to wait and see what the safety market is going to withhold when everybody starts signing to these teams. But I think a lot of teams across the NFL, they're kind of down on safety. But I think a safety could change your whole dynamic on your defense. We've seen what Branch did with the Lions. We've seen what Jesse Bates did with the Falcons. Like, to me, when they be down on these certain positions every year, that don't really mean that those positions still hold value if they get used correctly and in the right scheme. So I feel like we get Justin Simmons. No matter one thing about Dennis Allen, I hate Dennis Allen. I can't stand him. I hope he get fired, but I give credit when credit is due. No matter who we have out there in that secondary is going to be good. We might can't stop the run. We might can't stop the run. We might can't stop the mobile quarterback. We might can't get a lot of sacks. But guess what? That secondary always going to show up.
Right. Right. Dwight, how you doing, my brother? Come on in. Thank you for being here. We got some more in there. That go live. Live say Kool-Aid hips too stiff. I don't know, live.
Kool-Aid an athlete. That man is
Let's
an
look
athlete.
at. Let's see. Who else we got? Blaze, just Blaze. How you doing, my brother? Come on in. All right. Who else we got came in? I think I saw. Marley Mall. How you doing? Come on in. Right. Who else I saw got in here right quick? Dana's been here. Got dirty. I saw somebody. Oh, Booker. Hey, Booker T. Booker Rankins. Booker, how you doing? Come on in. Booker's in the house. What's up, family? Clarence Matthews. How you doing, fam? Come on in. Man, the coaches tell this kid's confidence. That's true. Bad O-line coaching. Trevor will be fine with better coaching. Watch and see. I'm with you, man. Like, look, me and Marley G, we want Trevor Penning to succeed. We don't want him to fail. Now, some people I don't understand wanting the kid to fail. Some people like, just get rid of the kid all down ready. You gonna call the kid a bust? He not a bust. Kid ain't a bust, man. Shit, he done played in 17 games. Same amount as Peyton Turner, probably more than Peyton Turner, and he done started 5 times. Just 5 starts in his career, and then they throw him under the bus, make him their scapegoat. Now, what I am gonna disagree with you, and I got to agree with Live, bro. I think Andrews Pete coming back last year stabilized that offensive line, bro. Andrews Pete stabilized that offensive line last year when he came back. And really, he played the best out of the whole offensive line last year when he returned. He was the most consistent last year. I don't know. Everybody talking about Eric McCoy. I love Eric McCoy, but I don't know what the hell they was watching. Because McCoy did not have. Some people say McCoy had one of his best years. What damn season was they watching? It couldn't have been 2023. Because that past season wasn't McCoy that I was used to seeing. Go ahead. No, Cap.
I really just blame that whole situation on Derek Carr, Doug Marrone, and Pete Carmichael. Like, Pete Carmichael play calling was just atrocious. Doug Marrone, I felt like, okay, he got Ruiz right last year. Why did Ruiz just take that much of a step back this third year? Like, it's Doug Marrone. Him coaching up that offensive line, he has failed them kids. I ain't gonna say them kids. He's failed them dudes. He failed them. And if you ever talk to one of the college that he coached, a lot of the fans was hating him after so long because he couldn't get the offensive line right.
Gotcha. So what we gonna do now, man? I want to look at share the screen with you. When he got that call, TALIESEFUAGA, and it was with his family. You've seen it many times, and we're gonna look at some film on him too, man. That's cool, man. This be my favorite part of the draft. When kids, especially when they're at home with their families, man, that'd be my favorite part of the draft, man.
You know the funny thing about our first 3 picks?
Yeah.
It all could be like their names can all be a play on merch or just a play with the fan base because we got the bloodline right here.
Yeah.
Thing. We got Kool-Aid with Kool-Aid, and then we got Spence Rattler with the rattlesnake.
How they do?
Yeah, we got the bloodline. Then we got Kool-Aid with that self-explanatory with the Kool-Aid man. Then we got the rattlesnake with Spence Rattler. So our 3 first picks, man, is going to coincide good with New Orleans.
Right. Now let's take a look at him at work. Let's watch him work now. Watch him work. This is what you get, fam. Watch him here. Look at that. Seal all block. Now what I like, he look, get out in front. Bang. Look, get him. Look. Now watch this. Got to the second level, and then he finished. That's what I love right there. How he finished him. Look at that. That's just nasty right there. Look at the feet. Nowhere. Where you going? This is what you got, New Orleans. This is what you got, Who That Nation.
Well, by Dennis Allen being a defensive head coach, he want to really establish the run. Clint Kubiak, he really talking about establishing a run and getting in practice and making practices real lengthy and people knowing their assignments. I think going out there to Irvine, California is probably going to help them because they ain't going to be in that vigorous heat like New Orleans. So
right.
Practice could be like 30 minutes to 45 minutes longer compared to being in that heat out there in Metairie. So if stuff is not getting understood right, do the rep again.
Exactly. And remember when he took over, he said he wanted to be a physical team running the ball. Pete Carmichael would not run the ball. They couldn't run the ball. They wouldn't stick to the run when it was working. So consistency and like you said, man, repetition, man. Repetition. It all starts in practice. It all starts now. In OTAs, they're installing the playbook. It all starts now, man. Got to get it down. Got to get it down mental. So when they go out there, they're not thinking. You just reacting. You're not out there thinking, what am I doing on this play? No. But the thing I do like about this offseason too is that everybody has to be dialed in because it's a new offense for everybody. So everybody on the offensive side of the ball has to be dialed in mentally before they can act physically on the field. So that's one thing I like. And man, just look at the kid, man. Look, that's no slow kid, good feet, plays with it. Look at him, and he finished. I just love how he goes out and he finishes the block right there.
Right after the pick, Kendre Miller was smiling right after we took that pick for Fuaga.
Shit, the running behind. I know he was smiling like I get the run behind that.
And that's his specialty, Fuaga. He specializes in run blocking over pass blocking.
Right, and that's what I heard. And that was TREVORPENNING's specialty was. But to me, the kid, he started overcompensating for his working his pass protection he started to suffer in the run blocking game with his strength. To me, they just totally messed that kid up, man. And he even said it was in his head. You gotta get out your own head, man. It's a new season. Last season's over with. He has to get out his own head. Little family, there are 12 of us in here. We need y'all to hit that like bell. If you're watching the replay, we need you to hit that like bell. And if it's your first time, subscribe and come on in. I'm Dolph Jackson. That's No Cap, No Filter Saints. That's your host of the No Cap, No Filter Saints podcast, Mr. Marley G. Hit that link in the description. Takes you to his channel. Go over there and subscribe. He does great content over there. You won't be disappointed in his family. So come on in. Listen, me and Marley G, we go be back to finish up this show in a second right after this. Welcome all sports fans. I'm Dolph Jackson, one of the hosts of the Come On In Sports Network, a brand new sports network catered to sports heads like yourselves. Here on the Come On In Sports Network, we'll be covering the latest topics and current sporting news from around the world, such as baseball, football, basketball, and more. So sit back, relax, put your feet up, and come on in. All right, family, listen. Welcome back. Again, this is the Keeping It Real Who That Sports podcast, and we're a part of the Come On In Sports Network. I'm your host, Dolph Jackson. My co-host, the legendary Coach Rock. He's in the gym working it out tonight. He won't be he might be refereeing the game tonight. But shout out to Coach, man. Shout out also to the entire Come In Sports Network family. Shout out to Real Fan Sports. Shout out to Zach and Nonfiction. Shout out to Uneducated Sports Talk. Carlos, and can't forget about PJ. And shout out to the newest member of the Come On In Sports Network, Mr. J Hits of the Hit Zone and C-Rob. Come on in. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate you. The right says, not for all QBs start at ground zero. That's what I like. Everybody starting at ground zero. Everybody has to go in now and learn, man. Everybody, it's not like you coming in because you're a vet and you know the playbook. It's just no. You don't know this playbook. The terminology, though it's similar, it's different. You know, one terminology might mean right side, the other one might be left side. You know, so it's kind of like that, man. So I think that's big. Of course, your quarterback is back in town. Came in playing the golf tournament, and for the OTAs, he's back in town. I guess, you know, good stage ass in Vegas or wherever he was. But I don't know, bro. I don't hate Derek Carr. I know people just can't stand Derek Carr, but the last 5-6 games of the season, that was the Derek Carr we expected at the beginning of the year. That was the Derek Carr we needed to see. And then if you look at his stats, because if you didn't watch the game, you look at his stats. Not bad for your first year in a new city with a new team. Now y'all don't want to hear that. Unless you watch the game and you saw, unless you watch the game and you saw I got there. But but the last 5 or 6 games of the season, I gotta give it to him.
I trust my eyes.
He balled. Go ahead, Marley. Go ahead.
I trust my eyes, though. I trust my eyes, bro. Hey, bro, them last 5 games, I ain't putting no stock into. I ain't putting no stock in them last 5 games. But let me ask you this, Dolph. A lot of people are saying this draft could potentially be better than the 2017 draft. How you feel about people just, putting that level of expectation on these kids? And, they're even talking about the undrafted free agents, like the tight end that we got out of Colorado. Like, I ain't about to let these people Lucas Crawl me. I'm not about to let these people.
Thank you. Oh, man, you took it out on my about to say Lucas Crawl. I was about to say, and get what?
When it comes to the preseason,
I'm from the show me Crawl. Yeah, they should have kept Lucas Crawl. We were talking.
We gonna see him about where he went to Denver. Where he went.
No, I think Crawl went to Denver too.
So both went to Denver?
Both of them went to. I might be wrong. I know Troutman out there. Man, that's funny to me, man. Can't really tell about the draft after 3 years, man. It's incomplete. Like right now, somebody like everybody's excited about. Okay, what I said about paper, man. I ain't get since I started this podcast. When I first started, I got excited about what was on paper until I saw him preseason in the first game. That's it. I ain't with that paper no more. The hell was on paper. It looked good on paper. It sound good what they saying. It sound good what the coach is saying. It sound good what the players say. The so-called experts getting them a good high grades for their draft. Oh, they did a good this. None of that matters. Right now, I don't want to be the winner of the off-season division. I don't want to win the off-season playoff game, the off-season divisional game. I don't want to make the off-season championship game, and I damn sure don't want to win the off-season Super Bowl. If it ain't real, I don't want it. The hell with paper, man. All this has to come together, man. All this has to come together. Everybody, the majority of who that nation is ready to want Dennis Allen gone. We understand that. Some people are living in la-la land, though, thinking that if this man gets fired, demoted from head coach, that he will stay on as a defensive coordinator. Again, if you get demoted at your job, you were the head honcho. You were running the whole building, the whole corporation. So comes and says, I'm going to demote you back to where you originally started. And I'm going to promote somebody else. And you're going to have to answer to them. How would you feel?
Not only that, players wouldn't even have the same respect for you if you get demoted and then just go back to defensive coordinator. Like,
come on, man. It's time for this, man.
That never even happened before. I don't believe.
Yeah, man. Listen, we said you want about Dennis Allen. Man got some pride. Man ain't gonna do that. Yeah. Man, that man ain't gonna do that, man. The man ain't hurting for money. Let me just say this. And I said this Monday night, I'm gonna say it again. I wish I had the agent who was Kirk Cousins' agent, because every time he signed a contract, it's for $100 million, $90 million. Kirk Cousins must have $500 million. Yeah, Kirk Cousins done had to make close to $400-500 million in their career, man.
When you quarterback thirsty, you gonna do quarterback thirsty stuff, bro.
Yeah.
And if you got an agent that's good that could just bait a team to making them think, oh man, we need to go ahead on to get him before this other team get him.
Right.
That's even better. I think that's what happened with us with Derek Carr and the Jets.
Right. So earlier you said that we did we signed a veteran. Saints add another piece to their team. And Saints add another piece, secondary by signing versatile defensive back to the team. This is courtesy of our Saints News Network and our brother, the one and only host of Locked On Saints, Mr. Ross Jackson. The best way to make any team is to have several different pathways that can earn you a roster spot. Newly signed veteran defensive back Will Harris will certainly have that chance. Harris and the New Orleans Saints reportedly agreed to a one-year deal on Wednesday per NFL Network's Mike Garafolo. Harris has spent his 5 NFL seasons with the Detroit Lions after being selected in the 3rd round of the 2019 NFL Draft. For the last 3 seasons, he has been working with former Saints defensive backs coach Aaron Glenn, giving him a sense of familiarity when he arrives in the Big Easy. Last year, Harris took 115 of 195 defensive snaps in the slot. Just pay attention. Now, Marty just told y'all about, from his sources, about the bad blood right now. The Saints and Alontae Taylor not seeing eye to eye. Alontae coming out saying, I ain't going to safety. Okay, now they go get a veteran, ain't been in the league that long, with experience for the slot. With the bulk of those snaps coming in week 5 and 6. Otherwise, he had a large special teams role, appearing in 360, including coverage and blocking phases of the kicking and punting games. His most productive season came in 2021, his first year with Glenn. He started 17 games, notched 93 tackles, added 4 passes defended, along with a forced fumble and half a sack. That season, he played over 200 snaps at each free safety, wide corner, and slot corner per Pro Football Reference. He also added 195 snaps in the box. Versatility, safety. Alontae Taylor don't want to play. Slot. Alontae Taylor didn't take too kindly to happen to go there. Remember, he got benched, had to get his mind right. Then came back, got better as the year went on. That seems to be the type of usage Harris should expect in New Orleans, should he earn a role on defense. Otherwise, he will provide valuable veteran depth at a position that should still be considered a need for the team. Safety, after parting ways with starting safety Marcus May, the Saints have some options to start next to veteran leader Tyrann Mathieu. Second-year safety Jordan Howden, who I think was just a steal. I think Jordan Howden had be selected where he was last year in the 5th round. Really come in with on the expectations of him, man, special teams. He far exceeded everyone's expectations, and I'm looking to see how he does in his sophomore season. And the returning safety Jonathan Abram both filled May's absence at different times last year. Now, Harris would likely get some run at the spot over the course of the summer. New Orleans could still look to add more options there as well, like me and Marlon were talking about earlier. Justin Simmons is still out there. All right. So what is your thoughts on them bringing in Harris on, Marlon?
I think that this is going to be Saints' last hoorah at trying to go for, being a contender. They're going to try to throw everything they can at the wall to make Dennis Allen successful. And if it don't pan out by the trade deadline, they're going to go ahead on and trade Marshawn Lattimore. They're going to trade Marshawn Lattimore, try to get something for him for the future assets. And, if they do, it's going to be Kool-Aid, Harris, and Adebo out there.
That's if Adebo resigned. If Adebo had the kind of season he had last year, he might price himself out the Saints market.
Well, you're going to need a number 1 cornerback regardless in this league, And
cornerbacks. How the league is now spread, you need at least 5 corners.
I just don't see Marshawn, Adebo, and Alontae Taylor on this team all season, or especially next season. I don't see that. So
don't worry.
I think Alontae, they might do him like they did C. Deuce And I think Marshawn, they're gonna try to get as much they could get for him, if they're not where they want to be by the trade deadline. Now, if they looking good by the trade deadline, they're gonna keep Marshawn on the team and they're gonna try to make a run for this playoff run.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna pat my own self on the back because I've been called it. I've been called it when they during the season when they started all that foolish talk about the Saints getting rid of Marshawn Lattimore. Y'all not? I say, what about Alontae Taylor? All you gotta do is sit back and look. It's right down the wall. And then when he came on again and said what he said, oh no, he said it on your show. What he say? What he say, Marlon? That he wasn't what?
He didn't say it on my show. He said it on Twitter. Yeah. I put on Twitter what y'all think about Alontae at safety, and he wrote nah, and that kind of like went viral amongst the who that Saints Twitter whatever. But hey man, one thing I know, we were still kind of winning games when Marshawn Lattimore was out. So I really feel like DA is cocky enough to feel like if Marshawn Lattimore is not on this team, he can still win. The same way Sean Payton feel like if we don't have wide receivers on this team, I can still win. Let me show you what I could do. It's the same type of ego they have as coaches. But Dennis Allen, one thing he has proved to me is no matter who the secondary is, we can win out there. I just think we need to get better at stopping the run. We need to get better at the mobile quarterback, and we need to get better at getting sacks. We need to go get to these quarterbacks. A lot of people are thinking that Chase Daniel I keep saying Chase Daniel. Chase Young is going to come up in here and get like 12, 13 sacks. I think he might get like I think he's going to have like a Ellis type of year that we have
7.5. 7.5 last year. Like
8.5 sacks. That's what I think. Pending his neck injury, but a neck injury is very serious. The only thing that told me about how serious it was, no other team wanted to sign him. It ain't like he just wanted to come here. No other team wanted to sign him. They were just out on his injury report.
But he played during the season with the injury and still had 7.5 sacks. And he's really just starting to get back to the Chase Young that was Rookie of the Year. So, look, he had to get the surgery, get healthy. Him, Carl Granderson, Isaiah Foskey, just like Penning is big on offense, Isaiah Foskey. Isaiah Foskey was coming on. Again, Dennis Allen said it in the owners' meeting. He has to cut it loose. He just has to cut it loose, meaning understand and know what your assignment is and what you are doing and go play football. When you know what you're doing, you're able to play with instinct. You're able to attack. That's what they need for it. We need that same Isaiah Foskey that we saw on tape that made everybody so high on him at Notre Dame. It's there. He showed flashes, but then he gets hurt, shut down for the season. And I'm telling y'all now, shout out to my brother JT. I know JT gonna bust out laughing. Like JT was saying, don't need him, dog. Don't want him on my team. Don't need him. Man, please. I already said it for you, JT. I've already said it for you. But Peyton Turner, this gonna be the most games Peyton Turner has played this season. And on third downs, the inside pressure that Peyton Turner and Brian Bresee gonna bring, along with Carl Granderson and Chase Young and Cam Jordan. By the way, Cam played hurt last year. All y'all talking about Cam. Why this year? But look, Mark, I want to thank you for joining us, man. It was a pleasure. It's an honor, man. Listen, let everybody know your channel and where they can find you, my brother.
You can find me at No Cap No Filter Saints, right there on YouTube. Just type it in, come subscribe to me. I just be talking Saints ball. I just give my honest opinion. I might be having an opinion that a lot of people don't agree with, but if you want to hear some Saints talk, if you want to hear some Saints talk while you're on your commute to work or while you at work or while you just chilling, cooking, come on over and holler at your boy, man.
That's right, man. And he stays on X / for the older people who don't know, X is not Twitter.
Oh yeah, okay. I be on Twitter. Who that boy? Maul. Number one Saints fan. I be on there talking all day about the Saints. So if you're on Twitter, come follow your boy, man.
Come follow, man.
Having me on, though, Dolph, man. It was real fun, bro. I gotta do this more often and come on in. Saints, keeping it real podcast, man. Come on.
Put in the chat, man. There it is right there. Me putting no. Matter of fact, let me see if I can copy this link for you. Hold on, I'm gonna copy that link. All right, yeah. Listen, the link is in the chat if y'all want to come on before me and Marlon G get out here. Come on, Uncle Jerry coming on. Uncle Jerry, what's going on with you, man?
What's going on, dog?
What's going on, my brother?
Not much. What's good, Marlon G, a.k.a. No Cap, No Filter Saints? What's good, man?
Good, Jared, bro. I love Jared, bro. Jared be in every podcast, dog.
Be on it, bro. Be on it.
Hey, you already know what time it is. So how y'all doing? How y'all doing tonight?
Man, we doing good, my brother. How about yourself, man?
Doing wonderful, man. Just got to watching these 3 days of the draft. I mean, like as you see on the title, it says Saints got an A+ from the draft from me. Yeah, because we got the guys that we got.
Right. Yeah, I think when they do those ratings, Dolph, I think they really like go off of the value you got.
Right.
With your need. So like a lot of those picks, we really did get some good. We got like the best right tackle in the draft at 14. We got like damn near the best cornerback in the draft. In Kool-Aid. And I think we got Kool-Aid in the second round.
Oh yeah.
And we got like arguably a top 5 quarterback in the draft to some people in the 5th round.
Right. So, yep.
I can't wait. So Jerry, on the topic tonight with we needing these 2 young tackles to emerge, man.
I got you.
Who to you? Who is the most important one, Penny or Talise?
Well, if Penny is improving, I'll say him. But until then, I gotta go with the tribal chief Fuaga, bruh. Gotta go with Fuaga because how tall is he, dog?
Fuaga, I think he was what 6'2", something like that. I think.
Oh, I know he more than 6. I think he's more than 6'2",
6'5", something like that. Let me see.
Probably around 6'7" or 6'8".
Yeah, he gotta be taller than 6'2".
Yeah, he a tall dude, man.
Yeah, that's a big fella.
Let me see. I'm about to put it up for you right now, Jerry.
Yeah,
Fuaga.
Yeah, that's what you've been talking about for the last couple of months.
Yes,
dog,
sir.
You couldn't get it right, but now you got it now.
I got him, baby. 6'6", baby. 324. Coming at you, baby.
Woo!
6'6".
That's 6'2". That's short for a tackle, boy.
Yeah. 6'6", 324 pounds. With feet like a dancing bell, baby. There.
I hear you.
Baby. Any nasty.
Oh, yeah.
And his pad protection already up high cap. Come on, man.
And that Dolphin no cap, that's the biggest need we need in that first round. Because I've been hearing Saints fans talking about, no, we need to trade up to get Bowers. We need to trade up to get Pennis. We got to trade up to get this wide. No. We needed we needed an offensive tackle.
Jerry,
we got him.
Jerry, if Brock Bowers was there, they're taking Brock Bowers, Jerry.
Yep.
Here he comes. Now live for sure. There you go.
Oh, snap now.
Man, what's that?
We got trouble.
What's up, bro? What's up, J-Line? Go ahead.
What up, J-Line?
What I say?
Talking about me?
Yeah. Nah, what's that with y'all?
You go ahead, Live. I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
What's up, I was just coming in, man. What are we talking about?
I was about to just ask Dolph a question real quick.
Go ahead.
Hey, go ahead.
How you feel about the Bub Means pick when everybody felt? Well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people felt like we should have got Jerry Rice son.
Man, I feel Bub Means like a Traquan Swift.
Traquan Swift making the team. I don't see him making the team.
I look at him like a Traquan Smith pick, bro.
Stop it, bro. Get off my cousin. My cousin played shoulder field. Anyway, he was I'm still defending this boy and he gone, man. Haley, Traquan Law. Quad coming back, damn it. We need a block wide receiver.
We good.
We just drafted one. Son.
Yeah. Man, know who Bud Means reminds me of, bro? He reminded me of Shaq last year.
About Shaq,
he reminded me of Shaq, yeah.
I like Shaq more than A.T. Perry last year. I like him in the preseason more. Me personally.
Well,
but Perry impressed me. Perry impressed me when he stepped
After,
up.
after that Minnesota game.
So do you think we need a dog at wide receiver?
We got him. We got him.
Olave is your dog?
Hell yeah, your dog.
That's
Alpha wide receiver 1 dog?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Now that Thomas is gone,
over
yeah,
2
you
years,
gotta step up.
2 years, 2,000 over 2,000 yards over 2 years. Man, come on, man.
Man, hey,
Get 1,000 yards.
knock him in as wide receiver 1, bro.
Now, it's really impressive that he did it with quarterbacks.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you who need to get the ball more, and I hope QBX sees it because I think he's even more versatile than people give him credit for. He's not a one-trick pony. See, that's it, bro. That kid's special, bro. I'm telling you.
Look, Rasheed,
special, man.
The need for speed.
So
Saheed.
we know those two are locks. They locks. We know they are on the team.
Automatically.
They're 3 spots. They're gonna keep at least 5. Maybe 6 complete. Determining on if how their tight end room looking. You know, maybe if they need one that can block, if they need a wide receiver that can block. So is AT Perry not a lock? I'm sorry. AT Perry is not a lock on this team. AT Perry's in a battle with Cedric Wilson, St. Brown. I mean, you can't count him out. Okay. No. Who else? Bud.
Can't forget about if Derek Carr make that phone call, let's get his homeboy Hunter up in here.
Oh Lord!
Oh, that chance! Well, he can't Hunter number 2 or 3. Hunter number 3, right there. Hunter killing the slot right there. Then you got 2. Now you down to two spots. And I'm giving Cedric. I think Cedric Wilson gonna make the team. I
think AT gonna make it, bro. AT he made the team last year. You know what I mean?
No.
I don't see him digressing. You know, regressing, going back. So.
No, I'm saying he gonna regress. Somebody might come along. He ain't just beat him up.
Okay.
I don't think we got no one on the squad like that.
All right. Well, Cap, you spoke about value in the draft last year. For some reason, he dropped in the draft because there was some. And remember when they interviewed AT Perry, he was like he didn't even know where the rumor had came from, and they dropped this kid because he was they were talking about AT Perry probably going mid to late 3rd, no later than the 4th round, and we wound up getting him in the 6th round. If I'm not mistaken,
they said something about some character issues. They don't know where it came from. Nick Underhill still was looking for that where that came from.
Yeah. Yep. So again, value last year from that Minnesota game on. You started to see what people were talking about with AT Perry, while a lot of people were like, man, the Saints got one in there. The only reason I'm saying he's not a lot because he's only 1 year. But those other 2, bro, I'm telling you, we know Chris Olave is special. He's good. I don't think we realize how damn good Rashid Shaheed is.
Rashid got hands, bro.
And how he didn't get drafted, bro, I still don't know. But the Saints knew, I told y'all, and I said it last summer, they were hiding his ass, the year before, that they was hiding him on the goddamn practice squad, talking about he was injured. He wasn't hurt. Remember, they didn't even, when he got healthy, they didn't even put him in a preseason game. They refused to expose him to being picked up by anybody.
And Dolph, what happened in week 6 of that 2022 season when Shaheed made his debut? Yes.
Cincinnati.
I mean,
bro.
Shaheed was turning heads in that game, even though we lost that game. But he turned some heads.
Right. Like Live said too, man, his hands are underrated. Shaheed got hands, man. Look at the catches he was making, contested catches he was making last year, man.
Look at that speed he got too, bro.
He's having more focus than Olave to me with them catches to me.
Yeah.
Yo, he was I always said Rashid. I said Rashid is who we want Olave to be. I've been saying that, bro.
So you don't think Olave, the alpha dog that we need, like me, J-Live?
Man, I think he leaves some of the physicality that we like in that position. He doesn't have that, but everything else he has. He got good. He got good
6'3", 220. Shit, nah, he ain't 6'3", 220.
Steve Smith.
Everybody, they don't just make Steve Smiths and then just walking off the field, man.
But I'm just saying, a dog,
Yeah.
a dog is in you. You ain't gotta be. You ain't gotta.
Listen,
Exactly.
hold on,
Yeah,
bro.
Olave got that dog, bro. Olave got that dog, but
he just had to get things straight with that so-called leader of a quarter. And I'm trying my best, man.
don't fall for it, dog.
No, I'm not. I ain't talking about that. What I'm talking about is I want Derek Carr to be successful because he's the quarterback for my team, bro. That's it. But what pissing me off is, bro, is the fakeness, bro. The fakeness, bro. Don't
Derek Carr, right?
Don't go in no goddamn interview talking about.
Please
Man,
don't.
I just want to win so bad for the city. What city?
What
What you
city?
saying? What city? What city you talking about? Cause you damn sure don't spend no time in this city in New Orleans.
You shut the fuck up.
Where the heck you at? Nah, you there?
Name is going out. Ain't making no better.
Yeah.
His mind was still on Vegas, bro.
But the quarterback of the New Orleans Saints wasn't even on a parade, wasn't even on a float, bro. What we doing?
You know what he should have did with that float they were making fun of him?
You know what, bro? But that says it all.
He should have got on that float and been like, all right, I got y'all. We'll have some fun. We family make fun of each other. You know what I'm saying? You know, but hey,
it's to the point where Spence Rattler, all he gotta do.
Bro, real talk, Derek Carr don't fuck with us, bro. Like real talk.
But we got, but since we talking about,
I mean, of course, dog, but he don't mess with us, bro.
Look, since we talking about quarterbacks.
Oh no, what you talking about, Jerry?
Nah, how many we got on the roster right now, dog?
5.
About 5. Okay, we see. We got Carr.
Oh.
We got
Hayner number 2.
Mon, Peterman, Rattler, bruh. This guy.
You funny,
You
dude.
better check that depth chart,
bruh. Kubiak just showed your ass in this draft. Okay, Hayner, I'm gonna hang your ass out here.
You talk about your boy, J-Line.
You want to hang his ass out here talking about Hayner. And listen, what Kubiak been since he had the job? Look at that film. Oh, no, I can't. No, man.
Bro, Hayner, what that is, bro? Hayner, what that is? I'm trying to tell y'all.
I hope you're right, bro. I hope not this year. But
bro, I don't even know why people comparing Jake to that other quarterback we just picked up, bro. Like his stats, what they're doing, 19 for 19 cutting for 8 interceptions. Man, you talking about Jake Hayner who threw for 33 touchdowns, 4,000 something yards.
SEC.
Come on, man.
SEC. Come on, 72, man. No offensive line.
Completion percentage, man.
And Spencer Rattler set the completion percentage record in South Carolina. So what?
I mean,
he did, bro.
He's no joke.
He did, but you know who he is, bro? He's another Derek Carr.
Jake Hayner, your new favorite? God damn it,
bro. He's another Derek Carr. Look at his stats, dog. He another Derek Carr, bro.
Look,
he'll put up some yards, but they'll be garbage time yards.
You talking about Jake Hayner against New Mexico?
Nah, I'm talking about Jake Hayner against Clemson. Against Clemson. Go watch that film against Jake Hayner at LSU.
Man, he ain't do shit against LSU. They lost. They lost. What you mean? Man, I'm in the show now, man. You come on this talk. I
can tell you one thing. Carr left a bad taste in so many people's mouth, dog. All Spence Rattler got to do is just go to New Orleans. When he first get up out there, have his first meal, be Manchus, and everybody gonna praise him. Because if
bro,
you go out there, Chipotle, it's better than getting some Chipotle being in New Orleans, bro. And that does let you know everything right there. And every time Jameis went out, it just made him look even worse.
Bro, that dude got pressure, bro. He just like Derek Carr. If he come down here and the crowd start booing him and shit, bro, he gonna go through this mental breakdown. He ain't mentally tough. They say he is. He ain't.
It's gonna be a hell of a preseason. It's gonna be a hell of a preseason battle between.
I can't wait to see that. I want to know every snap.
Yeah,
I want to see every throw.
Yeah.
I want every drop back analyzed. I want everything. I'm listening to everything between.
Look what Randy Major say, dog.
What Randy said.
Yeah.
Jake Hander played in a tough. What damn tough?
Jake Hander played in a tougher conference with no offensive line and still revived that struggling program. Hander played in conference with at least 3 JUCO.
Oh my God, Randy brought
Whoa, bro!
Hey,
I don't know respect.
Ain't that true? Amen. Amen.
Hey, Blaze, we got you, bro. We got you. We'll be tuning in on your channel on Saturday. We'll be tuning in.
Bro. Hold on, Marty, bro. You got to.
We don't need to draft no more quarterbacks, man. We got our quarterback.
We good.
That man just said the Pac-12. Oh man, they just had their first successful season.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Oh, man, I mean,
yeah. So now, what you say? Live, preach that what? Yeah, preach that too, right? You had me worried for a minute. You had me scared for a minute now. I know what you had me scared. Look at that.
All the plays that Jake Hander was making was going towards the wide receiver that Carolina picked up.
Yep.
Like other than that, he had no help. He had no run game.
No, you mean Rattler.
Yeah, Rattler.
Hey, look. Hey, real talk. I noticed that young man. That man stood out. Leggett.
Yeah,
he stood out.
He stood out this year.
He stood out, bro.
He's gonna be a problem.
Say, bro, I'm gonna tell you what. Everybody talking that stuff about Carolina. Stuff about it's over for Bryce Young after 1 year. Y'all better be paying attention to what Carolina did over there. Showing up their offensive line,
good draft picks,
running backs, wide receivers, new coaches.
They loading up.
Okay.
Hey, look, the NFC. Hey, real talk. The NFC South loading up.
Damn.
And
like me and Marley said, everybody talking about the Falcons crazy. They ain't crazy. They small.
They
crazy. He wouldn't have been there in a second. Man, that man coming off of Achilles.
Birds of a feather flock together.
That man coming off Achilles injury. And why the hell you give him $100 million coming off Achilles injury? I don't know. But,
why you don't like the pick, J Live?
Because what he picked him. Number 8.
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
I like that. I mean, to me, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what the Saints should have been done when we had Drew Brees. They got your quarterback. Get your quarterback now. You know Kirk Cousins ain't really the answer. He's just a Band-Aid.
He's just another backup.
No, Jerry. No, y'all ain't about to do that, Kirk Cousins. It's too much. Hey, Kirk Cousins be balling. Y'all say what the hell y'all want. Kirk Cousins be balling.
But Kurt ain't gonna win you nothing, bro. That's all I'm saying.
So what?
He'll get you a winning season. He'll get you a winning season.
It's gonna be a much tougher division. I can tell you that. Much tougher. Much more exciting.
Josh Allen ain't winning you nothing. So what? They just winning games. Lamar Jackson just winning games.
That's it.
Come on. Who else y'all got? If it ain't Patrick Mahomes, who else you got?
It's hard.
Tom Brady. The last 4 Super Bowls have been won by arguably 2 of the best ever to play. Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
Who else has won a Super Bowl in the last 4 years? I'll wait. Again, just good enough to win you some games, all of them. If you ain't Patrick Mahomes, bro. So, look, man, it's been a great show, man. I love y'all, man. I'm Dolph Jackson. No cap, no filter Saints. My boy Marley G was in the house. Uncle Jerry came through. My brother J Live came in. Only doing what J Live could do, talking nonsense. But supporting Jake Hader. Listen, we got the receipts. The receipts is here. We got it. Because he thought for sure he had him a friend right here. He thought he had him a friend Randy right here.
He got tricked.
But then he got tricked. Randy had to come back to reality.
Must be that voodoo or something.
I don't know. All right, T, man. Thank you for being here, T, man. Hey, T went over, man, and subscribe to the channel, man.
We got you, Blaze.
Put put your channel link in the Listen family. Cap's link is in the chat. Everybody hit it. If you're not subscribed, go over there, subscribe, support each other, support family. Listen, we about to get out of here. And, J Live, bro, have a good night.
Everybody J Live have a good night. PDs.
You too, dog.
Like always.
Ryan gonna see you, AJ Kana.
Love. Yeah.
And who that?
Welcome, all sports fans. I'm Dolph Jackson, one of the hosts of the Come On In Sports Network, a brand new sports network catered to sports heads like yourselves. Here on the Come On In Sports Network, we'll be covering the latest topics and current sporting news from around the world, such as baseball, football, basketball, and more. So sit back, relax, put your feet up, and come on in. Keeping it real, who that sports pod, legendary coach Rock, those 17. Let's rock. Who that? Boss kick, black and gold. Let's go. First and goal from the one. Best believe we go punch. Punching in, get them punch. With them Saints, watch us march. Down the field, down your throat. Keeping it real, who the sports. Breaking news, interviews, open lines just for you. Call in, join in, Pale Nation, just win. B.I., Mount Zion, Coach Green, oh my, CJ, JV, Trick or Trade, Jose, keep it real, baby.